What is up, everybody? Welcome back to 9 to 5 Gamers, and today we have another Top 10 Tuesday. Yes, I love Top 10 Tuesdays. And this Top 10 is actually one that I've been looking forward to doing. I've had it on the voting pattern for a little while. So if you've never known this, every single Wednesday I put out a vote poll that you guys can vote on. And so if you guys want to vote on what my next top 10 is, go ahead and vote there, make your voice heard, and as well in the comment section of either this video or the top 10 video where you, or I'm sorry, not the top 10 video, or on the poll, go ahead and tell me in the comment section of the poll what other top 10s would you like to see. So as always, before anything, like, comment, and subscribe on this video. In the comment section, go ahead and let me know what game have you been hunting for but you can't quite find just yet. And of course, if you're feeling if you're feeling generous, go to the Patreon. Go to the Patreon and check it out. Still got that up and running, and I'm going to be adding content there, exclusive content. I really want everybody to be able to have the same thing, so just subscribe at the level that you can afford. If you can afford it, and if you can't, you can just watch the YouTube videos. They're just fine. Now, so top 10 today's top 10 is games that I'm on the hunt for. I'm really excited for this list because I've been on the hunt for a lot of games. And so we'll go ahead and start the game off with a couple of honorable mentions. One of those honorable mentions was War of the Ring, which I now have in my collection. I'm not going to get it, but War of the Ring, I've been searching for that game cheap. And I was at a board game garage sale, and he had a brand new sealed copy for $60, and I could not resist. So that is actually one of the games that made it onto my list. And so that was an honorable mention, but I took it out of the list and I added some other stuff. So that was one that I was looking for, but I have it now. Another good one that I've been on the hunt for, but it's one that I'm not as excited for, but I still want to play it, is Tigris and Euphrates. If you guys remember that game, it's an older game, and it looked really, really cool. I wasn't too sure completely what it was about, but I heard a lot of chatter and people saying that it was a really good game. It's in the BGG Top 100, I believe, and so Tigris and Euphrates is something I'm looking for and on the hunt for. So is the game Vindication. Vindication was a game that was a lot of hype around for a little while, and obviously it is a game that I'm searching for. I think, what was the Thinker Themer? They just did a review of Vindication, and I'm sitting here going, where did you find that? Because I have not been able to find a copy. So Thinker Themer, if you guys ever watch this video, which I don't think you guys will ever get the chance to, but if you ever do and you find a copy of Vindication and you want to send it to me, let me know. I'll give you the money. But anyways, Vindication is another one that I've been on the hunt for, and another one that that's an honorable mention just because I don't like the theme, but I know it's a really good game, Wonderland's War. It's an Alice in Wonderland bag building game that I'm really excited. I really want to try it, but I don't know if I want to own it. I'm just not into Alice in Wonderland. I don't know what it is. I think it's weird, and so I don't mean to insult anybody. I apologize if I insulted your taste, and if you like Alice in Wonderland, I'm just not that big of a fan of Alice in Wonderland. So as a theme, I don't find myself wanting to play it, but I want to play it because everybody says it's so good. So that is my honorable mention. So let's get into the top 10. So my number 10 is a game that is by Vital Lacerda, and it is On Mars. I have Kanban EV, and Kanban EV, I have not even gotten the chance to play it yet. It is very heavy, and On Mars looks very similar to that same exact game. So I'm looking forward to playing On Mars and getting a copy of it. As a big, gigantic euro, and the game is like $120. It is a massive game, and I've seen it a couple of times. It's just so expensive that I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to play it or get it, because I just can't see myself paying $120. Typically, when I pay $120, I want to be getting a board game with a bunch of expansions that'll keep the variability going. But Kanban, On Mars, they're these very big, sprawling games, but they look like they're just kind of the same thing. And I'm just like, for a game like that, I'd really rather pay maybe $60. Maybe that might be a good conversation, is kind of like, what do you expect at different price levels because at $120, I'm expecting a lot of game. And On Mars just doesn't seem like it provides that. But who knows? I could be wrong about that. I could be completely wrong about that. But On Mars looks very, very interesting. That's number 10. Number 9 is a game that I've been looking forward to playing because it's been getting a lot of buzz from a lot of people, and that's It's a Wonderful World. And I've gone to so many board game stores, and I've found It's a Wonderful Kingdom, but that's not the one that people hype up. Everybody says It's a Wonderful World is just such a good game, and I really have been trying to find that game, but I have not been able to locate a copy of it, at least not at a reasonable price. And that was just a game that I was on the hunt for a while. Another one that I was on the hunt for, this might have been an honorable mention, was Brass Birmingham, but that one actually I got a copy of it, and I have that now. So that's It's a Wonderful World. My number 8 game of all time is Mage Knight. My number 8 game of all time. The number 8 game that I've been on the hunt for is Mage Knight. Mage Knight, for the same exact reason. I think a lot of the reasons I haven't been able to pull the trigger on these games is that I've been able to find and locate them. Some of them are hard to find, but some of them are just so expensive. And I'm like, bro, I'm just waiting for a sale, right? I'm waiting for hey, Mage Knight is 50% off. The last time that happened, they were sold out like instantly. I didn't even get a chance to click on the link because they sold out so fast. But I would love to get a copy of Mage Knight cheap. I hear it's one of the most amazing solo experiences, and Mage Knight just looks like my jam, man. Like, I really, really want to try Mage Knight, and so looking forward to maybe getting my hands on a copy one day. If you've never seen it, it looks like a dungeon crawler thing, and a lot of these games I don't know too much about them. I just know that they're good, and I know that people swear on them, and I know it's in the top 100. I think all of these games that I'm expressing to you are in the top 100. Some of them are getting there. But Mage Knight, man, looking forward to playing that game. I think it's a game that I would like, as well as my wife. So that is my number 8. My number 7 game that I'm on the hunt for is Keyflower. Keyflower is an interesting looking game, and it's got the looks like the Mayflower boat. Like, it's just like this boat on the front cover, and it looks really cool. But I heard it's got some interesting mechanics in it that I'm very interested to see how that works out with the meeple system. And I've heard it's a really, really fun game, man, and I heard it's very crunchy, and I've always wanted to play Keyflower. I've just never been able to find it. I found Keeper. I think I found all of the key games except for Keyflower, and it's been so frustrating for me because I'm just looking for that game and I cannot find a copy of it. So, but it's on my list of games that I'm looking forward to grabbing, and that's my number 7, Keyflower. My number 6 is a polyomino game called Planet Unknown, and everybody knows it for the Lazy Susan. It's got this little thing that turns around. It's got all the polyomino pieces, and you're trying to build what looks like maybe you got a planet, and you're trying to build like space stations and stuff, and you place polyominoes, and it looks so cool, especially a Lazy Susan, man. I saw somebody who did a custom Lazy Susan for their Marvel United game map. Oh, that was so cool. And it's like, bro, I don't know how many times I've been wanting to have the ability to turn the game so that people can just, it's like, hey, can you go put this master plan card over there? I love Lazy Susans. I don't know why. For board games, they just seem like they work really well. But aside from that, Planet Unknown is such a cool game, and I've been wanting to get my hands on it for a very long time. So that is my number 6, Planet Unknown. My number 5 is a game that a lot of people know and love, and I've never played it, nor have I ever owned it. I almost got a chance to buy it, but I just didn't have the money to grab it, and that is Crokinole. I really want to play Crokinole, man. There's so many people who say this is like one of the most amazing games you've ever played, and it's this dexterity game that's a big wooden disc, and you're flicking these little wooden discs, trying to get them into the hole in the center, and you're trying to knock people's discs out of the way. It looks like almost like a shuffleboard that you flick. But man, it looks so cool, man, and I just want to try it, you know what I mean, and play it. And so I'm looking forward to maybe getting a Crokinole board, man. But I know you got to take care of those things too, because they have a certain, I'm sure it's like shuffleboard, and some of these other games you got to have like sand and different things and wax and keep it clean, because then the things won't slide. So I don't know about the upkeep of it. I don't know if too many people do that. Some people may not do that at all. You just take care of it, keep it in storage, and that won't happen, but we'll see. But yeah, Crokinole. Looking forward to getting a copy of Crokinole. Now, here is a game that I have been on the hunt for a while, and It's here on the list only because I just remembered it as we were making the list. So if you see me looking at my computer, I've literally been shifting everything down one. And I even took one of my top 10 and put it into the honorable mentions just so I can make room for this, because I totally forgot this game existed. My number 4 game that I've been on the hunt for, and I almost had it the other day, and I had no idea that they had done that they had came back in stock, and that is Role Player Adventures. I have Role Player, like the regular Role Player game, but Role Player Adventures is so stinking cool. It's about $120. It's very expensive. This game has been so hard to locate. I would pay the $120 to get this game. Shoot, if somebody had a copy right now, brand new sealed, I would buy it for $150 because I have been wanting to play this game for so long. They did a Kickstarter the other day. I didn't have the money to buy it then. It's like, it keeps like, because I have like a budget for how much money I can spend on board games. Because again, I don't make money off the YouTube channel at all. At least not yet. I'm hoping one day I can. Okay, and that's what the Patreon's for, so help me out. So I would love to make some extra money so I can buy more games like this and afford them when they come out, but the same thing always happens on Kickstarter. It's like I always, right when I spend my money and I'm like, I'm going to buy a couple of games, boom, oh yeah, Role Players on Kickstarter. Well, I don't have any money in my budget to buy this right now, and we're a little bit tight, so I had to pass on it, man. And then it came in stock, and I saw it at the store that I go to, the Cool Stuff store, and they had it for, I think, $100. So I was like, man, I should have bought it, but I didn't know that it was out, and then they didn't have any more copies. They're out of stock, so I'm just waiting for it to come back in stock so I can get a copy, because Role Player Adventures is definitely right up my alley. I think my wife would absolutely love that game. That's why it's my number 4 on my list of games I'm hunting for, Role Player Adventures. Number 3. This is a game that, as soon as it came out, it got a ton of like buzz, and everybody was talking about it, and I wanted to get it, couldn't find it anywhere. A friend of mine said he found it at a store, but then forgot to tell me, or maybe he didn't. I don't even know what happened. I don't think he even knew I wanted it at the time, but I was so upset because I was like, man, I've been wanting to play this game so bad because I love racing games, and that is Heat Pedal to the Metal. Now, interesting thing that I've noticed is that I have heard rumors, pretty sure that this is the case, is that Heat is getting another reprint and that they are going to be in retail starting in May, which it is May now. And so I think sometime this month we should be seeing copies of Heat Pedal to the Metal out in the wild, and that's what I'm trying to find. And I know it's going to be an expensive game, $80, but I'm gonna have to splurge on that one. Okay, we're gonna have to maybe use the credit card for this one, because as soon as that game comes out, I need to get a copy. It's because it's my number 3 game that I've been on the hunt for, is Heat Pedal to the Metal, and I want to play it so bad. It's a racing game where you're doing all of these card mechanics and different things, and it just looks super, super cool. And it's by Days of Wonder. As a matter of fact, a lot of the games on this list, a couple of these games were from Days of Wonder. Speaking of Days of Wonder, my number 2 is a game that they need to reprint ASAP, because I've been wanting to play this game since I got into the hobby, as soon as I had heard about it. But I can't find a copy. Every time I find a copy, they're like $300, and some people are charging like $100 and something for a used copy. But I need a reprint ASAP, and that is Shadows over Camelot. Shadows over Camelot is kind of like a hit and roll game, and there's some cool mechanics to it that makes it look really, really fun. And I've been wanting to play Shadows over Camelot so bad. I'm hoping that if I go to Dice Tower, I'll be able to get a chance to play a game of it or something like that, or somebody can teach me, because I just want to play the game to see if it's something that I really want to own. But right now, the hype for me is like through the roof for this game. I've been wanting to play this game for so long, and it's a game that I've been on the hunt for, because it's definitely, I want it in my collection. I don't even know if I'm going to like it yet, but I want it so bad. That's why it's my number 2, a game that I'm on the hunt for. And number 1 game I'm on the hunt for, super upset about this one, because again, it was on Kickstarter. I ignored it. The hype was real. The FOMO kicked in. Then I was like, let me see if I can find a retail copy. Nothing. Then they did a second Kickstarter for a reprint. I wanted to Kickstarter it, but I didn't have the money at the time because it's very expensive. And now I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to play this game, ever. But I think I will. I'm pretty sure that I will. But I have been on the hunt. My number 1 game that I've been on the hunt for is a game called Oathsworn. Oathsworn, I think it's called Into the Deep Wood. It was this really cool boss fighter campaign, Gloomhaven-y it's not really a dungeon crawler, but it's like this boss battler where you battle these massive bosses, and they come with these really huge miniatures that you fight. And then there's a lot of I've heard that the combat system is so interesting, the way that the card play works. And it's like you have cards, and then you have dice. If you don't want to use the cards, you could use the dice, which is just, you know, rolling dice, and makes it very simple. Some people say they prefer that. Some people like the card system because you can kind of push your luck. And it's like every time you get like a sword or something like that, I forgot exactly how it works. Every time you get a pull a sword, you get to do more damage. But the minute you get a miss, then it kind of nullifies your attack. And so it's like you want to push your luck to see if you can push out more damage. You can attack the beast from different angles, and depending where you hit it, depends how much damage it does and stuff like that. And it looks super cool. I can't wait to get my hands on Oathsworn. That is my #1 game that I'm on the hunt for, and that's my top 10 games that I'm hunting for. Of course, this is 2023. In 2024, maybe this list will change. Maybe I'll have some luck this year in finding some of these games, and then I can add some new games to this list. But for right now, these are the games that I'm on the hunt for. If you have any games that you know of, that you are on the hunt for, or maybe you think I should be on the hunt for, go ahead and put them in the comments section. I want to know which games should be on my radar, because these are certainly have been on my radar for quite some time. I'm looking forward to getting a copy of these, or at least playing them to see if it's something I want to get in my collection. But put it in the comment section. Let me know what game should be on my radar, what game should I be on the hunt for and on the prowl for, and I'll check them out and take a look, because I take all of these comments very seriously. If there's anything you guys should know about me, is that when you guys comment, I reply to every single comment, unless you're one of my friends and I just talk to you in person. But I consider all of you guys great acquaintances and friends now, so go ahead and hit me up in the comment section. I try to reply to every single person who hits me up, and let me know what you guys think. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Catch you on the flippity flip. Y'all already know. Peace out.